Okay, well, this chest freezer, we're going to convert it into a Keezer. Just a basic old chest freezer at 7.1 cubic feet. Alright, this is the start of the collar for the Keezer. I'm going to do a double wall with this foam in between it. So there'll be an inner and outer. It's all cabinet grade plywood on the inside, which will be lined with some melamine plastic to keep it clean. And then the outside of this, once you see it built, we'll have a Burl maple veneer on three sides. It's coming together pretty well. I can hold everything together. It's good and solid, it's good and straight and square. I did a test to make sure it fit on top, pretty nicely. And that's where I'm at right now. I'll get back to it later and see how it mixed out for the rest of the day. Just thought I'd show you guys the insulation for the inside. It's like R6. It's a 1-inch styrofoam, and I had to pick up some sill stop stuff. Got a little bit of voids in here, but that's fine. This is going to be finished off with the 1x2 maple across the top, and then I'm going to make my reveal for the inner part lip of the lid. And then this build, kind of for the most part, at this stage will be done. A little sanding, stuff like that, get things ready for veneering. And there we are. Alright guys, so the collar is actually made. This is just a basic box. It's 45 corners, cabinet grade plywood and all that type of stuff. But I just want to show you this is actually giving me the reveal on my lip of my freezer right now, so it sits in that far. And with this little polyurethane up and stuff like that, these holes will not obviously be covered and patched and all that type of stuff. So it's been kind of fun. Sorry about the light there, but it's all made. It's about 8 inches tall. What I do want to show you guys is the Burl maple that I bought as veneer. It's about 40 thousandths of an inch thick. This will all be glued to the actual box itself. So this is what you can actually see physically on the outside. I got 3 sheets, different grain directions, as you can see. Some are repeats, but a Burl maple, really nice stuff. It's going to be a nice fun build, easy to work with. Kind of router it off. Majority of the pieces are 11 plus inches wider. That are fine. I'm making an 8-inch collar. It's gonna be kind of neat. I just figured to give you a quick update there, and move on from there. It's all insulated. It's like an R5.5, so it should be good enough to keep it cold. Next one is to do some sanding, fill holes, and move on to the next step. Just a little quick update. As you can see, the collar is built, test fitted. It's holding cold air. And here's my temperature thing. It's telling you it's in the collar itself. At the top portion of up in here, not up in the collar. Gonna decide to do in the collar on the inside. A lot of guys, mount their things in the inside, which I'm going to mount in my regulators and that, I think, over in this general vicinity or across the back side. I'm not quite sure yet. In order to keep things cold and make things not sweat and all that stuff that happens when you do things like that, you can run fans. I tried that. Just way too much condensation in the bottom of this thing. So I just took some of this foam, cut the angle on the inside of it to match the rim of the actual freezer to make a seal, and then hold air, temperature very, very well now. What I'm going to do up here in the front, where the faucets can be tapped in, there will be a box made in this general vicinity here that will be shield the shanks, and there'll be a small 80mm fan in there. This is going to give a little bit of air circulation to keep the taps cold. Probably not in full force. I'll probably have it on like a rheostat type thing, just to keep it just a small amount of air going flow there, and maybe not run it all the time. So everything's going pretty well. The ink bird's in the back. It's keeping everything temperature right around 35 degrees ish. For the most part, that works out pretty well. and everything's going together so far. This little area over here, right there, will be where that thermostat thing is going to be able to just give me temperature. And lots of parts came in here, all the shanks put together, and a box of little stuff down here I got to work on, and we're on our way. All right, update real quick. Just finished up a couple of things. Light bar was installed. Got some electrical things to do. Not much, very simple stuff. Little tower. All the gauges are in. The clamp's got to be done. And that's about it. The thing's ready to go. Very shortly, probably within an hour, I'll have it ready to cool them down. And some beer to transfer over some kegs to go in here. So here we are. A quick show of the backside of the best I can, so you guys can see how I did it. For the most part, it's pretty simple. Like I said earlier, I am doing all my CO2 and everything on the outside to give me more room inside there. The bird's all set up. CO2 lines are hooked up, ready to go. And here we are. Back at you in a little bit. All right, boys and girls. For the most part, this is done. Everything's hooked up. Little things I have to do. I have to get some, some different grain for the third faucet there. The controllers are all hooked up. Little digital display showing the temperature right around the taps. Burl stainless steel drip tray. Like I was describing to you guys earlier, how I did this on the inside was very simply just to keep it like another lid inside of a lid. All the wires are in, for all the things are in control right there. All the secondaries are back in here. This is where the tower itself is, where the fan is inside of here. It's only keeping this area right here for the faucets cold. Everything else, I mean, it's cool, but it's not needed, in my opinion. It's for what I need it for. It's serving its purpose. Little blue lights that turn on right there. We need it for the parties and get-togethers and stuff like that. And I'll open up so you guys can take the inside look here. Give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I have it open for you just so you can get an idea what's going on here. All 4 of them are coming down. The one on this side right here, CO2 line, is for beer guns and quick carbs and all that type of stuff. I do have a commercial keg in here. This little thing's pretty neat. It's very small. It doesn't take the height. I got this full short. 2 other kegs. Other things that are going on here. I did get my glass jar dropped on there. And a little fan. And the little blue lights on top here. And then just to finish up, the handles are all done. So, there you go. Enjoy. And this is kind of basically the backup of the backer. You got your ink bird right there. Tell me the temperature of the water is. And what my beer is. Right now it's at 33 degrees. And I keep it at 34 with only a difference of 1. So if it goes up to 35, it'll kick on. Just try to keep everything nice and neat and clean the best I could. Ordered the exact hinges that matched the freezer. And I also told you I kept my CO2 tank right here on the outside because I didn't want it on the inside. It takes a lot more stress off of it, and I don't use up so much CO2. Enjoy.